Good morning, kids. This is Dr. Callahan with week 11. Actually, it is week 11, but I'm not quite sure what day. Hold on. I think it's week 11 Thursday. Yes, it is. Week 11 Thursday. How are you guys doing? Go ahead and pause the video and answer the following questions. For the fourth question there, or actually warm up number 3, it's not going to be for Valentine's Day. I'm going to put Easter because that's really the next major holiday. Okay, and so you can go ahead and answer those 3 questions. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our guided notes today. So turn over to week 11 Thursday, and you should have 4 pages. Here's your first page, second page, third, and then fourth page. And we're actually going to start off on the 4th page of this. So it looks like this here. All right, so first thing I'll have you guys do is take a look at this piece right here. We're going to take a look at the transformations of these functions, and that way you have an idea as to what to do with them. So I am going to switch my screen so you can see this a little bit better. And remember when we went ahead and graphed this? This is actually our second day doing so. So let me go ahead and switch it to the new screen. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so with a K, remember the function, how it goes is if it's a plus K, you go up, okay? So make sure you guys copy this part down and put it into the little boxes. Let's change this color so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so positive K means you simply just go up. Okay, similarly to that, if it is a negative K, it means you go down. Okay, then we're going to talk about how do we go about moving left to right. So this is where it comes over here. Okay, if it's a negative age, you go to the right. I know you want to go to the left, but it's actually to the right because it is opposite. And of course, if you have a positive age, you go to the left. Okay, then let's talk about positive A's. Okay, if it's a positive A, it's going to be a happy face in a sense. Or just right side up. Okay, and then similarly with this one, if it is a negative A, it is going to be a upside down graph. Let's see if I can find another color where, there we go, it looks a little better. Next what we have here is if A is going to be bigger than 1, if A is greater than 1, then the graph is skinny or compressed. On the other hand, if A is less than 1, then the graph is wider or stretched is a better word. And then lastly, if A is equal to 1, then what that means is that the graph is normally shaped. So it's not stretched or compressed. Let's change this color. There we go. All right, so now that you have these conditions, make sure you have these copied down. And then let's go ahead and take a look at questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What I want you guys to do is, without graphing, I want you to go ahead and describe how the function will be transformed. So for example, if I were to do question, let's say number 3, I would say that you're going to go up 4 units. You're going to go 3 units to the right. It is going to be a happy face V-shaped graph. And because A is greater than 1, the graph is going to be skinnier or compressed. So that's something that you can go ahead and describe number 3 if you are working on number 3. Oops, let's make that a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's how I describe number 3. Now that I did number 3, I want you guys to go ahead and do 1 to 6 and do something similar to that effect in describing this. Okay. All right, if you're done with that, we're gonna go over to the next part, which is this page right here. And this part here is asking you to solve for each of the equation based on the house, and it's also gonna match up to the colors that you're gonna be coloring. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with let's just go ahead and start off with this part right here, okay? You wanna get x by itself, so I'm gonna multiply 2 on both sides. That bar cancels, absolute value of x equals 8. Well, remember you have to split this. So x first equals a positive 8, and then x equals a negative 8. So your answer is positive 8, negative 8. Looking on the right side, it looks like it's this part here, which is blue. So if you're at home, you're going to be coloring this entire thing blue. Okay. Then let's say we are going to pick, let's go ahead and do the chimney right here. So here you have a negative 4x equals positive 36 because you're going to have to split it. Negative 4x equals negative 36. Go ahead and make sure you guys are going, actually, I'm sorry, you guys can't see that because I didn't share the screen. Sorry about that. Divided by negative 4 on both sides. X equals negative 9 is your first answer. Divided by negative 4 on the second side. X equals positive 9. So if this is your answer here, oops, I don't like that color. Let's go and use that. Change it to yellow. Look on the answer. You have negative 9, positive 9. You're going to color that part black. So on this part right here, we're just going to color that black. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over another one, and then you guys should be able to do this on your own. And actually, for right now, you should be able to do the following questions because the other ones that we've done are very similar to it. So I want you guys to go ahead and work on the one on top right here because that's very similar to the last one that we just did. So work on this one and this one, this one. And then the last set of questions that are very similar to what we've gone over are like, for example, the car. So we're going to separate this. Your first equation that you're going to go ahead and split it, oops, is going to be 7 plus x equals 9. Second equation, 7 plus x equals a negative 9. Opposite of a positive 7 is a negative 7. So x equals 2 is my first answer. Minus 7, x equals negative 16 is my second answer. So now that I found these two answers here, take a look on the right side. So you're looking for 2 and negative 16. So we're going to color that red. So we're just going to go ahead and color this part red. I'll color the person red too. All right, you guys, now that we have completed this one, go ahead and work on questions like this one here, because they're very similar to that. All right, let's take a look at the next task that we have. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your guided notes right here, okay? We're going to learn how to graph the equation of two functions and find a point of intersections. So how do we go ahead and graph this graphically? Split the equation into two. So left side, you're going to graph it, right side, you're going to graph it. Then find the point where they intersect or touch, and this point is going to be your answer. So let's take a look at this part right here. And this is part of your guided notes. So I'm going to go ahead and graph the very first one. This is the left side graph. Okay, so here you start at negative 1. So you're going to go down 1. Then you're going to go to the right 4. And then keep in mind that your graph is going to be kind of a skinnier graph because A is bigger than 1. So 1 down, 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And it's going to be like a skinnier graph like that. Okay, so then from there, we're going to take a look at the next graph, which is the one on the right. Now your graph on the right is just y equals 3. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 right here and draw my straight line. All right, so now I'm going to see where they intersect. So here I have the first point, which is at 2, 3. Second point, which is going to be kind of like right here, which is at 6, 3. And that is your answer. So determine the solution, 2, 3, 6, 3. All right, let's go ahead and try this, okay? First equation, your function is going to be on the left side, right here. So f of x is negative 1 over 2, x plus 1 minus 1. That means we go down 1 to the left. This is upside down because it's a negative and it's going to be wider. So down 1, 1 to the left, and it's going to be a wider shaped graph like this. Then you're going to take a look at the right side right here, which is negative 3, 1, 2, 3. Draw your straight line. Okay, so your point of intersection is where the two graphs hit. The first one's a negative 6, negative 3. Second one, it looks like it's at a 4, negative 3. Answer is negative 6, negative 3, and 4, negative 3. Now that I went ahead and did this one on the left, I'm going to have you guys try the one on the right. Take a look at your answer, and this is what it should look like. Your answer here is no solution because we look at it, they're really not touching. All right, so for practice, I'm going to have you guys continue just graphing this. First on the left, on the right, make sure you graph it here and here. All right, you guys, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.